you by the Grinds at 1601 in Hermosa Beach. Scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Kento Karate practitioner making his debut. He stands at 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighing officially at 184.6 pounds. He fights and trains with Dream Killer Fight Team and Lycan Lair MMA. From Hawthorne, California, Ness the Kid Vera! And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestling practitioner making his debut. He stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighing officially at 184.6 pounds. He fights and trains with Elite Training Center. From Torrance, California, Anthony Brown! Referee in charge of the action, Damon Van Oostenborg.
Here we go, folks. 3 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Two debuting fighters, Ness Vera in the blue corner, Anthony Brown in the red corner. This is the University of Mixed Martial Arts. It starts here. Ness, Anthony Brown, landing a big right hand on Ness Vera. Vera came out very relaxed early on, and Anthony Brown had none of that.
Right. Anthony Brown came out, we're here to fight, which is exactly the opposite of how they both walked in the cage.
Anthony Brown off to a quick start. Ness Vera kind of seemed almost distracted in the opening moments, ate a big nasty punch.
Is not playing, and I think Vera might be in trouble here.
Vera trying to tie him up, referee looking very close at the action.
Vera does have the chance to recover if he's able to tie him up, and he's doing a good job holding him in tight into that full guard.
Well, you have that long frame of Ness Vera, could definitely make it challenging for Anthony Brown to find the room on the ground.
If he can lock him up, keep him locked up, and grab onto one of those hands, he can get a submission. But Brown is doing a great job of staying active in that guard and not letting him close it up and raining down those punches. Oh, that was a big one.
Ness Vera trying to create space with that range. Anthony Brown staying on tight.
Brown is in a very advantageous position. Oh, now he's in an even better one. He's in full mount. And if Vera can get that reversal, it'd be good for him, but Brown is not having it.
Vera working back to his feet. Here we go. And now Vera's turn for some offense.
That's right. He's had enough time to recover. He has a very good chance of turning the offense around right now.
Anthony Brown staying relaxed against the cage. Brown reversing position, looking for a takedown.
Oh, Brown with the big slam. And he landed in side control, which again is very advantageous, and just went straight to mount really easily.
Ness Vera, though, moving and shaking early.
Great movement from Vera, great defense. Great show from both of these guys. Let's see if Brown did not just blow all his adrenaline on that first round.
So that's an interesting question here. I've noticed that we're not seeing much sweat on the body of Anthony Brown. Always an interesting question there.
Right.
Ness
Makes
Vera,
you wonder, did he cut a lot of weight to get down to...
You know, you don't know. It's getting down to 185.
Yeah.
Great team behind him, though. I have to imagine that Roman Todorovic, very experienced, helped him make a smart weight cut.
Yeah.
Remember, in amateurs, it's same-day weigh-ins. Very different from the pros.
You can't cut too much because you have such a short time to recover. The idea is to get the guys walking around as close to their natural weight or their fighting weight. They're walking around right now.
Now, if we can get the cameras over on the blue corner,
wow.
I'm loving watching right now. And
Vera is going for a straight-up psychological.
Vera looks ready to go.
Yeah.
DeMar George was in his ear. I think telling him that you got this. It really looked like they both had a lot of confidence in that corner.
I don't imagine that Vera is going to make the same mistake of coming out as calm as he did in the first round.
Round two on its way. Ness Vera in the blue corner. Anthony Brown in the red corner.
Did you just see the wink and the point that we got from Vera?
I missed it. I can't wait to watch that replay. What an interesting opening technique there from Vera. And now Vera's starting to let loose.
Oh, my goodness.
The big
These
right
guys.
hook from Anthony Brown.
You know, 185, they have such hard punches.
Vera putting it on. Vera is not waiting at all.
Not at all. Vera's really turning up the striking in this round, and Brown doesn't seem to have an answer for it yet.
Vera peppering the face of Anthony Brown.
Yeah, that jab is just really finding a home.
3, 4 jabs.
Wow. Brown is just eating punches.
Vera doesn't want to be here against the cage, though. Brown eating a steady diet of punches.
Going for that takedown. I don't think he wanted any more to do with those punches. And Vera is in a really good position to get a submission now. Brown's tired. He took him down. And you can tell by his demeanor in the guard that he's working hard.
Passing the halfway point of round number 2. Vera now throwing his guard up high.
Looking for that triangle. It's going to be hard to finish with those shin guards on. We've talked about it, but it is possible, especially with a really tired opponent. He might have
Vera
it.
looks like he might be tightening it up.
He might have it.
Arm
If he can
across
reach
the
up and
front.
grab that shin, tighten that in, and hold on to his opponent, to Brown's head, he might be able to finish this triangle.
Anthony Brown trying to stack him up.
It's going to be a real advantageous thing to have those long legs trying to do a triangle with those shin guards in.
Now, one thing you might notice here is the knee of the triangle is over the foot rather than the ankle.
Exactly, and that's because of the shin guards. It's harder to lock in. But now Vera's able to rain down punches in this position that Brown is not able to defend from. I see the ref stepping in.
10 seconds left.
There it is.
That's it! Ness Vera recovers from that initial
The ref did not
nasty
feel like
punch.
he could make it through those other 8 seconds, and you got to respect that.
Unbelievable performance by Ness Vera from Dream Killer Fight Team. You mentioned that drain, that dump. It looked like that might have
That's
been
what happened.
the real thing that stopped Anthony Brown tonight.
It's true. We talked. You mentioned that he wasn't sweating going into the second round. We have no idea what chemically is going on with his body right now. If he had a huge weight cut, the doc is in there taking a look at him. Obviously, that was a huge factor.
Here's that replay.
And you know what? When you're in somebody's triangle and you're exhausted and they're punching you in your face, I don't care how good your defense is. That is not a good place to
You
be
see
or get out
Vera
of.
posted up with the left
Yeah.
hand, using the triangle as a body control,
Yeah.
and Anthony Brown just
Brown
didn't
just-
have the ability to escape from that position.
Yeah. And you have to respect the ref saying you're not going to make it out of this round. I'm calling it. Your health is our first priority right now.
Well, I would love to see some more time. I wish we could be able to catch more of that in between rounds 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Because what was happening in the corner of Ness Vera was fascinating. Vera was looking at Brown, smiling,
Making crazy faces.
making crazy eyes at him, and DeMar George was in his ear just chattering.
Yeah.
And you got to wonder what was being said in that corner.
I imagine it was, hey, don't get punched when you first come out again.
Anthony Brown, very, very nasty. That huge overhand right he landed that put Ness Vera on his back early on. It looked like Vera might have been out of the fight in the first few
I agree.
moments.
That looked a little scary for him. That was an amazing comeback from him.
Unbelievable performance. No scorecards necessary, but let's go inside the cage anyway and make things official with Salvador Ariana.
The third man in the ring, Damon Van Oostenburg, brings the fight to a halt 1 minute, 53 seconds into the first round. Your winner by way of technical knockout out of the blue corner, Ness the Kid Vera!
What a great comeback win. Ness, I gotta be honest, man, that was not going your way the first round. Tell me, what adjustments did you make between those rounds?
¿Sabes qué? Me dio lástima, so lo dejé que hiciera eso, you know, I let him do that for, I'm just kidding, no. I had a very, very hard time getting my feet, you know, wet. This is my first time in here. He did his thing. I got a little scared, but hey, fear at the end of the day is gonna help you out. Just gotta believe in it, man. But he whooped me, man. He laid that, man, woo! I thought I was done for sure. But you know, hey, así es como se hace, cabrones!
In your walkout, Jake Tan brought it to my attention. Seems like you're a big CM Punk fan, huh?
Ah, man, best in the world! Maybe not in the world. Maybe like right now for like the next 10 minutes, or maybe for the next year, whatever. Yo, I want a title shot like right now. Can I get one? I'm kidding. I'll take one fight. So I'd like to thank everybody who helped me out. This victory is for my nephew, Adrian. And yo, this is so legit right now. Yo, Adrian! I did it!
Right on, our hats off to you, our hats off to Anthony Brown as well. We look forward to seeing you again. Get in there and challenge for that title. Ness, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, para mi gente latina, para mi raza, hey, miren, Trump may have won, but ¿sabes qué? We ain't going nowhere.
Ness Vera.
Your winner by technical knockout in the first round, Ness Vera.